Welcome back, Bar family. Today, I want to talk about self-mind manipulation, when your thoughts twist reality until fear starts sounding like the truth. This is when your mind tells you a story. Your emotions react to that story, and now you are living inside something not proven. Everybody feels off sometimes, but every bad feeling isn't a warning sign. Sometimes it's fear or your mind reacting before your wisdom gets a chance to activate. There's a difference between discernment and distortion. Discernment brings clarity. Distortion brings panic, accusation, confusion, and emotional exhaustion. Self-mind manipulation is when your thoughts stop informing you and start controlling how you see yourself, other people, and life. It's time to be aware and take back control. It's when fear becomes the narrator, and before you check the facts, you've already accepted the worst-case scenario as truth. You misread tones, delays, feelings, facial expressions, text messages, and silence. Like everything is carrying a hidden warning. A simple K feels like a threat. And once fear starts interpreting your life, regular shit starts looking like signs. Silence becomes rejection. A mistake becomes proof. This is not wisdom. You are being led by fear. That's why we have to slow down sometimes. Every strong thought is not the truth. Sometimes it feels so powerful because it's familiar, not because it's accurate. A feeling can feel real in your body and not be the truth of the situation. That's why you should pause and examine it before you believe it. A feeling can feel real in your body and not be the truth of the situation. That's why you should pause and examine it before you believe it. When you don't examine it, your mood, tone, decisions, and your relationships change. And you'll start moving defensive before anything has happened. See, I knew something was wrong. But the truth is, your fear helped manifest the tension you're now calling proof. Sometimes the outcome is not intuition. Sometimes the outcome is the energy, language, and behavior you kept feeding it. You can't keep planting fear in your mind and expect peace to grow in your life. Your heart can't stay open if you're expecting betrayal. You can't expect pain and be able to recognize safety at the same time. That's not how healing works. When you keep saying, everybody is against me, your mind starts scanning the room for enemies. Not truth, not context, not evidence. It looks for proof that agrees with your fear. Don't tell yourself something bad is coming, because your body will start preparing for a threat your mind invented that steals peace from a moment you haven't even lived yet. That's not wisdom. That's you agreeing with fear. An agreement is powerful because whatever you agree with gets permission to lead your mind. Now let's be mature. One bad thought won't cause anxiety, but repeated self-talk, good or bad, will shape your choices, your reactions, your relationships, and the way you respond. Let me give you a couple of examples. If you keep saying, I always get hurt, your mind will start looking for hurt, even in places where love is trying to show up. If you keep saying, people always betray me, your mind will start collecting proof and overlooking the people who actually show up. Stay steady and treat you right. Stop saying, nothing works out for me. That kind of self-talk will make you overlook small wins, closed doors that protected you, and progress that's trying to rebuild your faith. That's how you start helping fear manifest the outcome you were trying to avoid. Not through one thought, but through repeating it, believing it, reacting from it, and letting it become a pattern. That's how you start manifesting what you fear. Repeated fear becomes behavior. Repeated suspicion becomes distance. And repeated negative self-talk becomes how you respond. Once you start responding through fear, blessings are questioned, good people look suspect, and open doors look like traps. That's how fear turns peace chaotic. You can be in a peaceful season, and fear will still whisper, don't get comfortable. Something bad is coming. That's why you can't let old fear narrate a new season. That's when you know your mind's been trained to expect pain more than peace. And anything in you that can't trust peace needs healing. Healing doesn't mean pretending nothing hurts. It means pain doesn't get to run your mind, write your story, and make decisions for your life. An intrusive thought is not a command. A fearful thought is not automatically truth. Just because it got loud, this means it's time to step back and watch for the proof. When you get an intrusive thought that sounds like intuition, tell yourself this thought is loud, but loud doesn't mean true. That one sentence can interrupt a whole spiral. It's because intensity doesn't mean accuracy. Sometimes intensity is just your nervous system remembering hurt from something that happened before. Sometimes anxiety says something bad is about to happen. Sometimes trauma says do not trust anybody. Sometimes fear says react now. But wisdom doesn't need panic to prove itself. Wisdom can pause, breathe, look at the facts, and wait for proof. Fear rushes, wisdom observes. So before you let your mind build a whole story off feelings, ask yourself, what facts do I actually have right now? What am I assuming? What else could this mean? Am I reacting from the past? Is this thought helping me move wisely, or is it pushing me into fear or accusation? Ask yourself these questions, because your mind is not just something you listen to. Your mind is something you feed, train, and take authority over. That is how you take your power back. You stop handing the wheel to every loud thought just because it demands your attention. You may not control the first thought that enters your mind, but you can challenge the next one before it becomes your truth. Challenge your thoughts. Find your truth. You can tell your mind, no, we're not building a whole case without evidence. We're not dressing fear up and calling it discernment. Not today. No, we're not speaking death over something that still has room to breathe, grow, and reveal truth. We need empowerment. Empowerment is not pretending you're never afraid. Empowerment is refusing to let fear lead how you react to something with no proof. You can have a thought without finalizing it, and you can feel fear without reacting to it. Everything that shows up in your mind doesn't get to lead. You can be spiritually aware and emotionally grounded at the same time. Real discernment doesn't panic, it pays attention with wisdom. Grown people with discernment don't rush to accuse. They watch, listen, wait, and they check the facts before calling something truth. Stop letting your mind create battles that's not even happening. Your body is exhausted from surviving stories your mind made up. Worst-case thinking makes you suffer twice. First in your imagination, then again if life actually happens. Stop letting fear charge you early for pain that might never come. Suspicion will make you push away good people. And know everybody can't love you while your fear keeps treating them like the person who broke you. Your future deserves more than survival thinking. You can't keep asking God for peace while letting fear choose your moves, your people, and your next step. Discernment checks both sides. It doesn't call every bad thought danger. And it doesn't call every shiny thing God either. God's not unstable. When something is of God, it won't just look good at first. It will have alignment, consistency, peace, bear fruit, and follow through. Heal your mind, guard your mouth, trust your spirit, speak life, but don't lie to yourself. Grounded peace will always serve you better than mental chaos. Family, take your authority back over your mind. Every thought is not truth. Let proof speak. Let wisdom lead. I'll see you next Sunday.
Are you stressed, overwhelmed? Life got you down and feeling strange. Then ditch the drama and come thirsty for change. Meet me at the bar with your issues. Meet me at the bar with your issues. That's right, you're invited to the bar, so pull up a chair and get ready to pour out your heart to Coach Ree and Coach V. Yeah, Coach Ree and Coach V, the dynamic duo. They're ready to shake up your perspective about love, life, or money. That's right, they'll help you, honey, get to the root of it all. Get ready for real talk, real solutions, and a whole lot of empowerment.